Welcome to a new episode of the Triggre Agentify Masterclass. Many companies receive documents every day that contain lots of information, such as supplier quotations, purchase orders, technical drawings, invoices, or specification sheets. The challenge is that this information is often manually read by employees and that the data is also manually copy-pasted into their systems. And this is repetitive and error-prone. With Triggre agents, you can automate this entire process. In this demo, I will show you how to extract both text-based and image-based information from a supplier quotation, automatically convert that information into structured data, create products in your own database, and lastly generate a customer quotation based on the extracted information. In the application, I start with the new AI document extraction page and I select a document. You will see the document on the right hand side, and I can zoom in a little bit to show you how it looks like. Every page has a technical drawing of the product and lots of information and technicalities like the color, the system, as in brand of the product, and of course there's image information as well, such as the dimensions, the type of glass used in the product. Image has a caption as well, and there's prices named as well. So there's 14 pages in this document. I will start extracting the data and the image data using this prompt. I can edit the prompt, but I will leave it as is right now and click the button. What we will be doing is extracting the image as a separate image file, also extracting information that is in the image, such as the dimensions, and extract certain other information that is in the page, such as the price and the color of the product. The rest we will leave out since they're not interested in this. Now we come to the next page, and this page is on the different scans that I made. This is the last one that I just made, so I'll open this one. Next page shows all of the pages that are in this document. We already saw that there's 14, so there's also 14 lines in this table. And if I click on the right side, there's the text that's on each page. So all of the text also in the tables is extracted. We will see the price, for example, price information, all kinds of other information here. And you can already see that also the images are extracted. I'll show this on the next page as well. Since on the next page it's a little bit easier to see since we have the input document on the right hand side again. Here, if I check, and I can make this a little bit bigger again, and click this image, you can see that it extracted the image quite well, actually almost perfect, and the image is then stored as a separate file. There's all kinds of other information that is extracted, such as the brand, the dimensions, which you can also see are correctly extracted, price, which is a little bit further down, I think here, the 469, colors, and the image caption. And on this page I have the option of checking every single page and the extracted information and also editing it. So I already see that on the third page it extracted a different caption. That might happen, of course, so I have the option of editing the caption, which I will do now, save my changes. The rest of it is all correct, so I'm happy with that, and I will create a product for my database. Let's select a random one and click the Create Product button. Here I feel missing information because this is needed for my quotation, mostly the sales price. So I extracted the cost price, now I need to fill the sales price. I will want to make a profit, so I will fill in a larger price, of course, save my changes. On the right hand side you will see the edited price and all of the other products that are currently in my database. Now for the next part I will show you the quotation. This is largely what Quentin Quotino is also like, so if you're interested in how to make a quotation application, you can check out that video on YouTube as well. I select the customer, click next, select my items, and here I have all of the items in my database. This is the one that I just added, I think, so I will need one of those in my quotation, and I want the other one as well, the double glazed French door. Add that as well. I'm happy with that. This is what my customer wants, so make the PDF. And that's it. Let me now go into the designer part of things to show you the back end of how to make this in Triggre. In the data model, there's multiple things of the quotation part, which is also in the Quentin Quintino video. So check that out on YouTube if you want to know more. I will briefly open them. There's information on a quotation, a customer can have a discount, and tied to a quotation are the quotation lines and product information of each quotation line. What's more interesting is the newly added part. So every incoming supplier quote that is analyzed has certain information tied to it. So what I made is the error code and error status. You might be willing to know what went wrong if something goes wrong. Date created to manage the latest analyzed documents, the document file itself, the pages and the products that are tied to this quote, a date that is extracted, a number that is extracted, and a reference number. And I put a status, so for new incoming ones, pending ones that are awaiting extraction, ones that are finished, and ones that are also reviewed, that are opened and maybe corrected some of the extracted information. Then a quote has multiple pages that also have a date created. They have a page number, naturally. There can be products on this page. There's the reference to the quote, and there's text on each page as well. Then lastly, on each page there can be products, and from the products all kinds of information is extracted, such as previously shown in the resulting application. We want to know the brand, the color, the dimensions, the main height, width, there is a price, among other things. So let's move on to the main user flow then, and this is the new document extraction one. This is the one that I showed in the application before, and now I will show you how it looks like in the designer. So first I have the page where I select my use case. This is just to select the document to be extracted, and a prompt tied to that same use case. Then I have 3 instances of this flow part. So let me open that flow part next to show you what that looks like. It's the AI document data extraction one. And I call it 3 times. It also has 3 branches. So every time I call it, I give it a new parameter or a new version of this parameter. And for every instance, it follows a different path. First time I call it with the generic meta. And this is using the generic function. I will recreate it to show you how that works. The generic scan is comparable to using ChatGPT. You can send in the prompt, send in the file, and then get your result back. Also as structured data that can then be used for further calculations. So let me show you how that looks like. I'm going to be adding an agent, select the generic function, and click to the fastest model. There's also better performing models, but they are slower, so I will select this one. The prompt is coming from the flow part, actually from my page that I just shown you. And the file is also coming from that same page. And those are inputs in this flow part, so I select them as the inputs. Then the outputs. Actually, this is used as a metadata collection. So metadata for this quotation is, for example, a date or a number that is the same for the whole document. So I will be adding a couple of parameters here. For example, the quote number. I can give an output description to help the extraction. And then it's visible in the structure. I can also add a date and also give an extraction hint. On to next, I give a name and we're done. After that, the only thing I'm doing here is creating a supplier quote, and that is just to be able to see that in the table of extractions on the page. The second time I'm calling this flow part, I go into the scan document agent. Let me also recreate that to show you how that is made. This time I'm selecting the scan document Mistral using my input again, and then extracting images and also custom data. What I'm doing with the scan document agent is collecting all of the information that is in the images as well. So here I have the option of providing a data input that I want to get out. Like for example, the dimensions of a product. So I'm going to be adding a text output, simply dimensions. And I aid it by saying these are the main outer dimensions, width and height. And I can also put other stuff, like for example, the number of glass windows, because these doors and windows might have multiple glass panes. Okay, I can of course add more, but for the sake of the example, I will go to the next one. This is the custom data that I want to extract. The scan document function has two possibilities. You can extract information from the image and also directly from the text. So what I can be asking for here is information like actually the price. So I'll add a number output with 2 decimals. Prices are usually 2 decimals. And I will ask for the price of the product. And that is not in the image itself, but in the text. But that's all in one, possible with the scan document function. You can supply an additional prompt to aid it with the extraction. And I will also use the one that is the input for this flow part. And the name is, well, test in my case. Give it a meaningful name is what I would suggest. After, I have the option of looping the pages that the scan document function found. So if you see in my loop parameter, I use the output of the scan document. The result, the response, is a list of pages. I loop them and create a page for each page. A page item for each page. Similarly, I have the option of looping the images that it found. So as you can see here, opening the loop parameter, I'm looping the result, response, pages and the images on each page. So I'm directly looping all of the images that it found, and I'm doing that to create a product and tie it to the correct page. So the product, of course, in this case, has all of the information such as brand, color, price, all tied to it. Dimensions, date created, all of this is found from the scan document action. And the last time I'm calling this flow part, it is again for a generic function and actually looped for all of the pages of this document. So as you can see, I'm directly accessing the pages that are tied to my supplier quote. So this is what I just made in the previous 2 instances of this flow part. I'm looking for product data on my page. I'm not recreating this one, but just showing you. This is again using the fastest model. The text from the flow part is the text on the page. No files, because I'm looking for all kinds of information like the color, the label, the price, and I give a instruction again for each of the parameters that I'm looking for, the product data. I'm finding my product in the database. If it's found, then I edit it with the newly extracted information. If it's not found, I create a new product. It might be that there's no image file found, but yet there's product information. So going back to the original user flow, I've now explained the 3 instances of this flow part, which contain the trigger agent action. After that, I'm updating the supplier quote, just give it a new status. It's now done, so I give it the status extracted. Then I come to the page with all of the scans. If I open it, I update the status to reviewed, since I reviewed all of the extracted data and might have edited some. And I'm coming to the next page with the scan results. This is the page where all of the text for each page is shown. So I'll be showing here the products of each quote. Every product has a page, so that's how I'm able to show you the text on the right hand side of the page. Clicking on next, we will come to the detail page where all of the product information is on the left, and on the right is the input document, so you can verify and edit all of the information. Once you edit, of course, you can save it, it's updated. There's also an option to delete the supplier quote, and I can create a product from my own database out of the extracted product information, which is done here. The rest of the designer I won't really show, because all of the other user flows are tied to the quotation part, or not so interesting for this demo. There's other flow parts as well, but also tied to the quotation, such as calculating the quotation price or the discount and creating the document itself. You can check again the other video of Quinto Cortino if you're interested in how to make a quotation application. I don't have any automation flows, and the appearance is of course the navigation menu of the application. Thanks for watching. I will be seeing you in the next episode of the Triggre Agentify Masterclass.